Let us now move on to the next session, which is the control structure in Python. The control structure is the most important concept in any programming language, and it is usually considered as the backbone of the program. So we will cover the following in this section. The first is if-else condition, loops, function, map, filter, and reduce. So let us start with the if-else condition. So usually when do we use if-else condition? When we have to make some important decision. For example, if somebody asks you, does the sun rises from the east? And you will say yes. So this is one of the condition and the output. Now this if-else condition can be written in various format. The first format is if the condition is satisfied, so the output is 1. If not satisfied, nothing. Second format is if else. If condition 1 is satisfied, output 1, otherwise output 0. The third format is if condition 1 is satisfied, output 1. If condition 2 is satisfied, output 2, and else output 0. So this is a 3 format, and we can have also nested if, means under one if condition we can have if else condition. So let us now make our hand dirty and see the actual program for this. So let's write some program for the if else condition. So the first is, so weight is my one of the variable, and I'm going to input one of the value. So let us execute, control enter. So now enter your weight. So let's me enter 55 kilogram, 55, and enter. So now this variable is having the value as 55. My second variable is under, which is 40, and over, which is 90. So we are having 3 variables, and note that in the weight our variable is a input. It is asking for the value from the user. So we have this input as one of the function where it will ask the value. Okay, let's see the second cell. Now here we are having 3 if condition. Okay, so first condition is if weight is greater or equal to over. You carefully note the format here. If weight greater or equal to over, then we have a colon, print you are overweight. So the value of weight here is 55 and over is 90. So this is not going to print. Likewise, here we are having if weight is greater or equal to under and weight less than over. So what do you think is going to print? Yes, it is going to print because it satisfies this condition. And likewise, the last condition is not going to print. So our output should be you have average weight. So as expected. Let us write the second if condition. So now here we are making a use of elif condition. If the first condition is not satisfied, this Python compiler is going to look into the second condition. If this condition is not satisfied, it is going to look into the third, fourth, and finally if none of them is satisfied, it is going to look for else. So let's see, execute it. So under, because it satisfies this condition. Let us see another example. Okay, let us see the another conditions. My statement here, now this is a string. Statement is movie is bad. So now we can find out if the string bad is in the statement. If it is available, so it will satisfy the condition. Otherwise it will now we have a second example where the statement 2 is movie is awesome. If bad in the statement, this is not a bad review. So basically what we are trying to find out, the how is the review of the movie, the feedback of the movie. So let us execute this statement. Okay, bad review is as expected. So such kind of programming is usually used in the natural language processing, which we are going to see later on. Okay, my third condition, I think this you can try yourself. It will ask for the number 3 and execute. Now here if you see, now this is called a nested if else condition. So now I have one if here. Again you have to carefully note the format of the programming. Now first if condition and the else part of if is here. Now within this two there is another if else. So this is called as nested. 3. So enter number 3. This is the odd divided by 3.